It's the Ron and Fez show on WJFK. Hey, we had some pizza sent over here to us, Fez.
Yeah, Jason from Maryland sent us some pizza, so thank you very, very much, Jason, for some Friday night pies.
Now, there's a weekend show going on this weekend, Fez, here on WJFK. I think that you're going to dig.
Oh, yeah? I'm very excited about this.
It's the Human Suplex machine on the radio, buddy.
No way. From ECW and the voice of SmackDown on Thursday nights on UPN, Taz.
We got Taz on right now to talk to us. I don't know whether he's ever done radio before, whether this is the first time, but I've heard some good things. Hey, Taz, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Who's this?
This is Ron, and there's Fez.
How you doing, guys? I didn't know that. Hey, what's up, man?
Just hanging out. Now, this weekend you're going to do a show on WJFK, right?
Yes, sir.
Is this your first time in radio, or have you done any other stuff?
I don't know. Am I in radio?
Well, I hear rumors about you with Infinity, that people are thinking Taz could really do a radio show.
I don't know. I don't know where you heard that. I don't know. I'm promoting a pay-per-view.
Uh-huh.
Capiche? I'm promoting a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? I've done radio shows like, you know what I mean, like call-ins, promoting WWE stuff and whatnot. I even did stuff when you guys were working on WNW in New York. You know, I did stuff with O&A and stuff like promoting WWE and whatnot back then, WWF. That was about the extent of it.
Hey, how was it for you making that kind of thing from being an in-ring wrestler to being a broadcaster?
It was initially I didn't want to make the jump. You know what I mean? I wanted to stay in the ring, but my neck and like my spine, I've had a neck injury, you know, and my body was just really in pain. I was in pain. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had the opportunity to switch into broadcasting, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't want to do it, and they worked with me, and I only live about 45 minutes from the WWE studios in Connecticut, so they worked with me, and I figured, you know what, my career would have more legs with my voice as opposed to my body, and now I'm doing okay. I'm happy with it.
Because all you guys end up injured sooner or later, right? I mean, there's always nagging injuries with the older guys.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you know, I mean, it's entertainment, you know, it's fun.
Right.
But it's an extremely physical game, you know, and unlike, you know, pro football or pro hockey, well, God rest its soul, no more hockey in the States for now.
True.
But you know what I'm saying? Unlike those sports, they're seasonal, you know, professional wrestling, be it a show or not, you're not seasonal. You go all year round. I mean, when I was a wrestler on the road, I was on the road like 270 days a year sometimes.
Right.
You know, just kicks your body in half, you know, so.
And you never quite heal up, even from the small stuff.
It depends what you mean by small stuff. You know, like shoulder injuries always seem to nag for years. You know, hip injuries always seem to bother you. You know, when it's cold out or damp out, it's a bad Taz day. You know, everything just hurts.
Is that right?
Yeah, really, honestly, it really does. So it's a tough business, you know, but you know, when you get into it, you know that going in. I mean, I've wrestled for 15 years, so, I've been up and down the roads, and I've been hurt a lot. I've seen guys get hurt. I've seen people get crippled, unfortunately.
You were doing so much of the hardcore stuff at ECW.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like dog years, you know, like a dog. You know what I mean? Like it's 1 year in ECW, is like 7 years of a regular career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the ECW stuff just will beat your body up, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's an ECW pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah, are you going to be part of that? One more night?
One night stand, actually. It's on June 12th on pay-per-view from New York City. Yeah, I'll be a part of it. Not really sure what I would be doing with it, but I'll be a part of it. It's going to be really cool. I mean, if you're a fan of ECW, you're going to love it. It's like going back in time. But if you're not a fan of ECW, you might have heard the buzz about this ECW thing back in the day. It's kind of cool. You could check it out, you know. So that it should be fun. I think it should be fun for most of the fans.
ECW is what really even kind of turned Vince's head and had him change his style of wrestling, right?
I would say so. I agree with that statement completely. I think so. I mean, you know, ECW back then was way before the whole, you know, the hardcore craze with the, you know, hardcore championship in WWF at the time, and WCW had, I don't know, whatever they called the hardcore thing. I don't know what the hell they call it. But, you know, ECW, the hardcore, mentality it didn't mean you hit someone with a chair or crack someone with a ladder. That wasn't the deal. It was a work ethic. It was, we did not perform in front of the big, mass fans of, 10,000 people, and I remember in the beginnings of ECW, like in the early 90s, it was like we were lucky if we had 100 people in there. And it was a hardcore ethic in the sense of we busted our ass in there no matter how many people were in the seats, so we worked hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, when you do that, people start showing up more and like, hey man, this is pretty cool, these guys are killing each other and there's nobody in the crowd. Hey, come with me, check it out this time. Next thing you know, you got, maybe another 50 people, and before you know it, you're doing a pay-per-view,
Who are some of the names you got to come back for the one-night stand?
I am not sure, and I don't want to be like I've heard rumors of different guys. I'm not sure. I don't think I can go on the record and say names, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a lot of guys. Obviously, you're going to get the WWE/ECW guys, like the Tommy Dreamers of the world, or the Dudley Boys and Spike Dudleys and the Tajiris and all those guys. But I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a Sandman or a Sabu or these guys. I don't think it can be ECW without Sandman walking the ring drinking a brew, or Sabu going nuts, or New Jack diving off the highest point in the arena through something. You know what I mean? I don't think that is ECW. You need those guys there. So again, I've heard rumblings, and I kind of stay out of that loop. I don't know, whatever the writers and these creative guys come up with, it's all good.
And then you got Judgment. Yeah, and then you got Judgment Day coming up.
Correct. Yeah, we got Judgment Day coming up the 22nd, this Sunday from Minneapolis, and it's a SmackDown pay-per-view. I Quit match and with JBL and John Cena for the WWE Championship, and also in SummerSlam's coming to your neck of the woods, in D.C. at the MCI Center. I think it's the 21st. The tickets go on sale Sunday, the 21st of August. That is.
And that's going to be Hogan's farewell thing too. Is he coming back for that?
Not for that. Hogan just did some stuff with Raw. In a tag match, I think, with HBK at the last Raw pay-per-view. No, I just screwed up that date I gave you guys.
Okay.
Let me read this because I have a problem reading. Sunday, August 21st is the actual SummerSlam pay-per-view in D.C. Tickets go on sale for SummerSlam July 16th.
Okay, at the MCI Center.
We could all sleep good now because I fixed that right there, you know what I'm saying? But, what else am I going to plug? What else do you want me to plug? Baltimore. There's a Baltimore SmackDown, July 19th. Tickets go on sale for that June 18th. I'm like Ticketron here.
And you're going to be doing a radio show tomorrow on WJFK.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the hood there, in the neighborhood, and I'm going to be promoting some WWE stuff, just shooting the breeze, going on there. I'm sure I'll pale in comparison to the Ron and Fez's of the world.
Are you going to be taking calls?
Sure, absolutely.
Cool.
I'll be on from 4 to 8 tomorrow. You guys can call and I guess curse me out if you'd like.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to that. And I used to listen to you guys all the time, man. You guys were on in New York. I used to listen to you guys.
Thanks, man.
It was cool, man. And you guys had a really good following in New York. You did. A lot of people. My brother was a big fan of you guys. My older brother used to always listen to you guys.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I mean that.
And best of luck to you, and we'll see you around, all right, buddy?
Sounds good, guys. Take care. Keep up with the success, and we'll see you soon.
All right, see you. That's
Adios.
Taz on the radio here at WJFK tomorrow.
Tomorrow, starting at 4 o'clock, he'll take your calls on WJFK. SummerSlam, of course, in August in D.C., and pay-per-view Judgment Day coming up on the 22nd of this month.
He was one crazy bastard in the ECW days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the amount of times he got dropped on his head, nothing compared to how many people he dropped on theirs.
Right.
Just unbelievable moves. Suplexes out of nowhere.
There's that DVD. Did you lend it? Did I ever give it back to you, the one that you lent me? Because I'm terrible with that. But did you give me the ECW DVD?
No, I didn't give you that one.
Well, somebody did. And that thing is just, it's a bloodbath. It's like a 3-hour bloodbath. And I have no idea what kind of condition those guys are in now.
Oh, man, you think of those guys, through the barbed wire. Those guys would fall out of the balcony. Never mind just through a table.
And they would do it just for 100 people, not a pay-per-view. They were insane. That's Philly stuff, too, Brian.
Yeah, that's where it got started.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because I got into wrestling I was Hulk Hogan, when I was real young.
Yeah.
And then when it started to get big again with Stone Cold, I got back into it.
Right.
I had no idea where these guys came from. When I watched Rise and Fall of ECW,
right,
the DVD, just shocked of when they were like, and then Mick Foley came out, and then Taz debuted, and then this guy, Chris Benoit debuted. And I was like, oh my God, who knew these guys had that fast?
Yeah, and kind of Vince picked up all of them as it went on. All except for Sandman, who you never see anymore, who was, I kind of feel like Stone Cold even picked up his act a little bit. And I don't know if Sandman was like the greatest in the ring. You know, I mean, I know he did the kendo stick stuff, but I don't know if I've ever saw anybody drive a crowd that crazy.
Yeah, Stone Cold definitely had to pick up the beer drinking bit. Cause that was totally Sandman. He'd come out to enter Sandman, down in a beer, and then crushing the can up against his forehead.
He would have like a 10-minute entrance sometimes, and then get in the ring and normally just wiped out. Yeah. Somebody beat the hell out of him. He wasn't one of those guys that had a big ego like I have to win.
That one scene from ECW, I'll always remember Terry Funk in the ring and people just heaving from the audience their folding chairs into the ring till the ring was just covered in them.
Oh yeah. Who else? The head thing was very big.
Al Snow.
What
does everybody want?
Ed. Those were really, really cool days.
Raven came out of there.
Raven was gigantic there. Foley was like a god in that thing too.
Yeah, because he was already hardcore legend.
Was he Cactus Jack there?
Yeah.
See, that was my favorite thing he's ever done. Cactus Jack.
And then you got a lot of like the real technical guys like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit came out of there. Jericho was there for a while.
Oh, your guy too from Florida, the man of 1,000 holds.
Stinko Malenko.
Yeah. Dean Malenko. What's he doing now? Has he got a wrestling school?
He's still running his dad's wrestling school, and he's an agent with WWE.
I didn't know that.
So when a fight has to be broken up in the ring, and you see all the old time wrestlers come out in suits to separate them, Dean Malenko's one of those guys.
I'm always happy to see Tony Guerrero in the ring, trying to make sure everything's running properly.
He's still there, and now Skinner I've seen. Skinner and the Red Rooster are now part of that pack.
I was there one time with my son, and like we had, we're right on the rail, and people are coming back and forth, and I look over, and the guy in the blue coat is Tony Guerrero, and I'm like, oh my God, it's Tony Guerrero. My kid's like, who? I go, the Haystacks partner.
There he is, tag champion.
There he is, the tag team champion. All of a sudden, you feel like you're, a little kid again. Well, look who just walked in.
Hey, what's up, Ron and Taz?
How's it going, dude?
All right. I was just listening to that Taz guy who took my weekend show away from me. What's going on with that?
You'll have to call him this weekend.
Brian, get him back on the horn. Perry's got a few things to say to this guy. He wants hardcore. I'll give it to him.
Perry, are you going to Philly with Brian? Have you decided?
I'm out of breath. I walked from the parking lot here.
Yeah, that's a haul.
You really are blown up.
Are you
You're
kidding?
just exhausted.
What do you mean?
No, I meant tired.
Yeah. I'm tired. Been going to a lot of confession things.
The human supper machine is
Trying
here.
to do a communion joke?
Communion, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. If my humor was as good as my appetite, I'd be hilarious.